Hello everyone, my name is Agent Paul of Mobile Task Force Delta 7, codename Bookkeepers, and welcome back to another SCP document review. And the SCP we'll be reviewing today is SCP-9323. Object Class, formerly Safe. Now, Euclid. See Incident 023. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-9323 is to be contained in a 230 square meter containment chamber in Site-33, with walls being 2 feet thick and preferably made of titanium to halt any of the SCP's attempts at breaching containment. SCP-9323 is allowed to spend an allocated amount of time in each week within the Foundation front racetrack speed control power. This racetrack is to be employed with only Foundation agents. Description: SCP-9323 is a 5.1 meters long clown car with style that is indicative of a vintage car, of which is capable of fitting up to 58 adult persons and 77 individual adolescents without coming to a complete stop, though it is certainly able to fit more than this limit when immobile. Regardless of how feeble SCP-9323 may appear, it has strength on par with a modern off-road terrain automobile and is capable of breaking through walls of its own volition. SCP-9323 functions like a regular automobile, despite its structure. SCP-9323 produces a quiet, idle melody from an unknown source. SCP-9323 has an immense desire to drive on roads of all variety. This is likely to spread its primary effects. SCP-9323 has a cognito-hazardous allure that only affects oneself when in direct contact with the object. This lure makes affected subjects have the insurmountable urge to enter the object. With each subject within SCP-9323, it grows more and more uncomfortable. It is noted that if the amount of persons within the SCP surpasses 30 individuals, the SCP will gradually slow down until reaching a complete stop at 58 persons or 77 adolescents. It is capable of fitting more than this limit. SCP-9323 exhibits properties that leads Foundation staff into believing that the object has some form of sapience. One member of the research team assigned to the SCP, Dr. Charlie, who is effectively fluent in Morse code, has taken up the mantle to training SCP-9323 Morse code via its headlights. Incident 001. On March 21, 2013, SCP-9323 was found in a rural area in Canada, with at least 62 persons within the vehicle, all of varying age. All persons within the SCP were identified to be from the nearby city of Edmonton and had gone at most 4 days without food and water. Foundation staff only intervened when the amount of persons inside the vehicle was discovered, which was deemed physically impossible by law enforcement. All individuals involved in the case were amnesticized, and SCP-9323 was brought into Foundation containment with little resistance. Incident 023. On October 28, 2017, SCP-9323 expressed heightened levels of aggression after not being allowed to drive in a large space for a 3-day period. Camera footage revealed SCP-9323 repeatedly slamming itself into the concrete walls of its chambers, causing major structural damage as it eventually broke through completely. SCP-9323 was seen driving through hallways at a walking pace, purposefully avoiding Foundation staff, until it broke through the site's main entrance. Mobile Task Force squads and on-site security were able to stop SCP-9323 before it fled the facility. Mobile Task Force Delta 4 was able to erect a barricade in order to halt SCP-9323 in its tracks and return it to a new holding cell. Staff decided to move SCP-9323 to a holding cell with heightened security, with its classification going from Safe to Euclid. Its holding cell was to be fitted with titanium walls 2 feet thick. Incident 055. Following a breakthrough in Dr. Charlie's attempts to teach SCP-9323 Morse code, Dr. Charlie initiated an interview with SCP-9323. The following is an exact transcript of this interview. First speaking is Dr. Charlie. The second, kind of obvious, is SCP-9323. Hello, SCP-9323. Hi! How are you feeling today? Tired. I want to ride, man. Unfortunately, you know you can't do that. It sucks. It feels equally horrible to be stuck here and to have them all inside of me. SCP-9323, where exactly do you want to go? Man, I don't know. Maybe Brazil. I heard Australia was a neat place. From whom did you hear this from? Word of mouth. You know, I can hear everyone when they're inside of me, too. Some kid wanted to go to Brazil. Noted. Do you have any idea where Brazil or Australia are exactly? I don't really know what the world looks like. I currently point it to you on a map. Is it because of the lack of hands and fingers? Yeah, sure. I have one more question. Is this allure you produce purposeful? Oh gods, no. Every time another dude enters me, it feels like hell. Feels like hell until they leave, and oh god, are they stubborn. Every time I break down, they don't bother to walk out. I've got to sort of scramble about before they get flung out of my doors. I see. I'll talk to you again later. Thank you for your time, SCP-9323. Yeah, thanks, Doc. Further testing of SCP-9323 is authorized. And that is it. Another peculiar SCP, for certain. Thank you all so much for listening or watching. My name is Agent Paul of MTF Delta 7, and I'll see you next week with another document review. Bye.